Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken back here with Splash Sports. Today is June 26, 2024. A little recap on yesterday's performance. This close to a sweep. We had a winning day going 2-1, but the Seattle Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays let us down as the Tampa Bay Rays ended up scoring in that bottom of the first inning. Yet again, oh so close to a clean sweep, but I'm feeling a sweep here coming this week. We've been absolutely hot and still having winning days on this show, so let's roll right into Wednesday's games. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at Wednesday's game. Starting off with game number 1, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Chicago White Sox. Here for the Los Angeles Dodgers, they have Gavin Stone on the mound, who's 8-2 with 80 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.04 here, 63 strikeouts and 27 earned runs on the season. He'll be matched up in Chicago against Eric Fetty. 5-2 currently this season, 94.1 innings of work. Does have an ERA almost the same as Gavin Stone with a 3.05 here, 86 strikeouts. He's averaging just under a strikeout here per inning in 32 earned runs. You look at what Eric Fetty did in his last performance. He's coming off his second loss of the season against the Detroit Tigers, where he went 7 innings of work, 5 hits and 2 earned runs there. And then you look what Gavin Stone did. He's picked up his another win against the Colorado Rockies there, going 5.1 innings of work, 4 hits and 2 earned runs on the road. A good sign for Gavin Stone, pitching well on the road. He's back here in Chicago on the road again. And then you got Eric Fetty, who's coming off a loss to the Detroit Tigers team. I'm looking for him to have a bounce back game. You see what yesterday's game finished 4-3, and in that first inning there was 4 runs combined. The Los Angeles Dodgers had 3 of those runs. The White Sox had 1 of those runs. I don't think that's going to be the case here, as Eric Fetty is looking for a bounce-back game, and Gavin Stone looks to build off his last start against Colorado Rockies. That's why in game number 1 between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago White Sox, we're smacking the NRFI, no runs first inning. Let's roll into our second game between the Seattle Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays, going right back to it. Seattle Mariners will have George Kirby on the mound. He's 6-5 this season with 93 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.47 here with 89 strikeouts, just under a strikeout here per inning and 35 earned runs for Kirby. He'll be matched up here in Tampa Bay against Ryan Pepiot. He's 4-4 with 66.1 innings of work. Does have an ERA a little higher end at a 4.51 here, 75 strikeouts. He's averaging over a strikeout here per inning and 34 earned runs. You look at what Pepiot has done. Hasn't picked up a win or a loss in his last 2 starts, last being against the Pittsburgh Pirates, where he only went 3.1 innings of work, 3 hits and 2 earned runs. Same with Kirby, has not picked up a win or a loss in his last 2 outings, the last being against the Miami Marlins, going 7 innings of work, 5 hits and 2 earned runs. You look at Kirby in his track record here, hasn't allowed a run in the first inning in his last 6 starts. His 7th start was against that Baltimore Orioles team, where he did allow a run in the first inning, but has looked solid ever since here. Kirby needs to have a good start for his team to salvage this series and to get off to a hot start, as the Tampa Bay Rays have taken both of these games against the Seattle Mariners here. That's why in game number 2 between the Seattle Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays, we're going to smack the NRFI, no runs first inning. Throwing to our third and final game, we're headed to the Subway Series, where the New York Yankees take on the New York Mets. Right now for the Yankees, they got Louis Gill on the mound. He's 9-2 with 81 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 2.77, 97 strikeouts. He's averaging here a strikeout here per inning and 25 earned runs. He'll be matched up against the Mets, Sean Manaea, who's 4-3, 71 innings of work. Does have an ERA a little high, sitting at a 4.16 here, 73 strikeouts. He too is averaging a strikeout here per inning and 33 earned runs. You look at what Manaea did. He went 5.2 innings of work against the Rangers in his last start allowing 3 earned runs there, and one of those runs being in the first inning. Gill's coming off one of probably his worst starts of the year against the Baltimore Orioles. He only went 1.1 innings of work, 8 hits, and 7 earned runs. I'm not worried about Gill, as I know he's going to have a bounce-back game here against the Mets, especially what the New York Mets did yesterday, taking that game 9-7. I'm leaning more towards this New York Yankees lineup to absolutely jump all over Sean Manaea here in the top of the first inning. That's why in game number 3 between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets, we are smacking the YRFI. Yes runs first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago White Sox. We're smacking the NRFI, no runs first inning. Game number 2 between the Seattle Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays. We are also smacking the NRFI, no runs first inning. And in game number 3 between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets, we are smacking the YRFI, yes runs first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. Helps me out a ton and it costs you guys none. And make sure to go follow me over on X at Nick Menken for every single one of my MLB plays. Best of luck in best bets.